Good evening and welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Miss Anderson and I am the Culinary Arts 2 teacher here at Pascack Valley High School. I would just like to introduce myself. I have been a teacher here at PV since January of 2011. I come from a family of teachers. My high school teacher actually had the biggest influence upon my career choice, and I hope to someday inspire another student to become a home ec teacher, or what we now call family and consumer science. I attended Montclair State University and graduated with the degree of Home Economics Education. I later returned to school and attended Concordia University, Portland online and received a dual master's in early childhood education with curriculum and instruction and the inclusive classroom. I have 2 children of my own, Autumn, who is 2, and Braden, who is 3.5. This is an advanced level course. Students are to recall and apply the skills learned in Culinary Arts 1. They are to practice safe, appropriate cooking and baking techniques, apply knife skills to the preparation of labs, and this is a more student-centered environment where students have more of a choice in what they cook. The course load includes cooking labs, projects and presentations, quizzes and classwork, and occasionally homework if they do not complete the assignment in class. During this course, we study throughout the world. Reentry labs are given at the beginning of the year so that they can demonstrate the knowledge and skills learned from Foods 1. This will help me to assess what skills they need to revisit. We've already performed the chocolate chip cookie lab, and now we are performing the southern biscuits. Kitchen safety and sanitation is always a must. They need to follow proper safety procedures in the kitchen, use the equipment properly, and they are currently researching a project on foodborne illness. We will be cooking different seasonal foods, including peaches, apples, and zucchini. I also tend to and take care of the garden within the courtyard, where I have tomatoes, eggplant, kale, string beans, broccoli, and different herbs growing at the moment. Fast Fix Fridays are quick, simple, limited ingredient meals. It must be a meal and not just a snack, an appetizer, or a dessert. It is the recipe of the student's choice as long as it meets my approval. We also cook different Italian foods such as chicken piccata, chicken marsala, a pomodoro sauce, and bruschetta. Students will also choose one of the regions within Italy and perform a presentation. German culture and cuisine usually occurs around Oktoberfest, and some labs include sauerbraten, spätzle, ginger snap gravy, and funnel cakes. Around Halloween, they are allowed to select a recipe that is either Halloween themed or looks decorative. Our brunch unit includes perhaps pumpkin pancakes, eggs Benedict, Belgian waffles, and the recipe of their choice. We perform different pastries in November where they might have a pie competition, make Napoleons or different types of eclairs, and elephant ears. Depending upon what the school is allowing this year, we may or may not be making gingerbread houses. Due to the fact that we can't store them in a closed container, we may not be able to make these this year. And if that's the case, the students will be able to make different cookies that are more advanced than the ones that they made in Culinary 1. Our yeast bread unit is more advanced as well. Instead of just shaping them and baking them like they did with the original pizza from Culinary 1, they require different types of shaping techniques such as braiding with our challah bread. Chinese culture and cuisine usually occurs around Chinese New Year, and some labs may include beef and broccoli, fortune cookies, wontons, pot stickers, or pork fried rice. Around Valentine's Day, I let the students pick a lab of choice that they want to make. In Culinary 1, they only made boxed pasta. In Culinary 2, they make it from scratch by kneading the ingredients right on the table and using a hand crank machine to roll it out and cut it. Different knife skills and cooking terms are focused on, such as chopping, mincing, dicing, julienne, and they will learn about the different parts of the knives, types of knives, and the certain types of foods that are used with different equipment knives. Irish culture and cuisine may include a beef stew, Irish soda bread, or Reubens, and this is usually around St. Patrick's Day. Jewish culture and cuisine labs may include rugelach, matzo ball soup, or chicken soup. Herbs, spices, and seasonings will involve a research project and presentation and the lab of their choice. Depending upon student interest, We may perform a cupcake wars, we may work with fondant, or we might work with different types of royal icing to use different decorating tips and techniques. Our appetizer unit might include rumaki, spinach and artichoke dip wontons, cocktail meatballs, bacon cheddar pinwheels or potato skins, and the lab of their choice. Mexican culture and cuisine is usually around Cinco de Mayo, and here we make nachos, cornbread, enchiladas, tres leche cake, taco pizza, or guacamole if they wish to. At the end of the year, our final lab is a research project and presentation where they become the expert on a famous chef. Assessment and grading. Students are graded on a points system. Their lab grade is usually 30 points. However, if it is a more detailed or in-depth lab that takes multiple days, it will be worth more points. The amount of points that assignment is worth is posted right on Canvas in the modules and the calendar posting. Students' lab grades are given based upon the execution of the assigned task for the day, chef, assistant chef, supply collector, or dishwasher, their cooperation and teamwork, effort and pride in one's work, cleanliness of the kitchen upon dismissal, appropriate behavior, proper use of equipment and demonstration of correct safety procedures, completion of the lab assignment, and observing the process when they are supposed to be the dishwasher or the supply collector and they are not actually doing the hands-on cooking. Project and presentations are given throughout the year, different class assignments as well. Although this is a culinary class, we don't just cook every day. We also learn about the science behind the food. Quizzes and assessments are given at the end of each unit. Homework assignments may be given if assignments are not completed in class. There might be also different assignments that they need to do at home where they have to prepare for the next day's lab. Again, we do not cook every day. Students were made well aware of this at the start of the school year. Failure to follow safety and health rules and regulations will result in a reduction in the student's grade. Improper use of equipment and supplies will result in a reduction of the student's grade. Failure to stay in one's kitchen and observe the process will result in a reduction of the student's grade. Again, if they do not complete an assignment in school, it will become homework. Some classroom activities may include lecture and discussion days, demonstration days, cooking labs, classwork assignments, or researching their projects and performing their presentations. My expectations are that students must be responsible for themselves and their actions. Their group needs to work cooperatively, whether in the lab setting or in the project-based learning environment. For performing the roles in the kitchen on a rotating basis means that they will not be the chef every day. They need to also be the assistant, the supply collector, and the dishwasher. Students are to participate in all activities, complete assignments, written work, digital work, and projects. Follow directions, follow safety procedures, and be a quiet, attentive audience. My strict classroom rules are that there are no cell phones to be out or in their possession. In fact, they are supposed to place them in the pocket chart on the door upon entering the classroom. They cannot have AirPods, headphones, or music playing in their ears, and they cannot have a hood on their head. If they're not sure what we are doing for the day, perhaps they are absent, they should always check the Canvas calendar and follow along with what we are doing in class. However, unless they will be absent for an extended period of time, they do not need to make up the cooking labs. My contact information is listed below, and it is also posted within my welcome module on Canvas. Also within that welcome module is a copy of the paper course syllabus, class expectations, and grading policy and procedures. I really do hope that your child will enjoy taking this class as much as I enjoy teaching it. Thank you again for attending Back to School Night.